Hello, Tornadoes. Welcome to our 6th grade and new student orientation. We know this is a different kind of orientation and it's going to be a different kind of school year. Normally, we would have this orientation in the late spring before you finish your 5th grade year or before you, enroll in Hornedo as a new 7th or 8th grader. So we have decided, because of everything going on, that we're going to have this orientation anyway and record it for you so that you can review some important information before school starts, because we know that right now students and parents are feeling very nervous about going back to school and the start of the school year. So we want to kind of help with this transition, because the transition from elementary to middle school is a big transition. So I am Michaela Varela. I am your principal. I am, this is the beginning of my 6th year as principal at Hornedo. Before being at Hornedo, I was principal at Polk Elementary for 6 years, and I was also an assistant principal for 6 years. So I've been a school administrator for a long time, and I absolutely love being at Hornedo. This is a wonderful school, a wonderful place. So even though you might be feeling a little bit nervous right now, our teachers and staff are amazing, and they're going to help your transition be a good one. I'm going to start by introducing our fabulous team, who you see their faces here on our Zoom screen. So beginning with our 6th grade team, please introduce yourselves.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Gailey. I'm the 6th grade assistant principal. This is my 4th year as being an assistant principal at Hornedo Middle School.
Hi, I'm Miss Otero. I am the 6th grade counselor for the 2020-2021 school year. This will be my 11th year at Hornedo.
Hi, I'm Manny Latimer. I'm the 7th grade assistant principal. This will be my 2nd year at Hornedo.
Hi, I'm Yvette Melendez. I am the 7th grade counselor, and this is the beginning of my 6th grade year at Hornedo.
Hi, I'm Shirley Baca. I am the 8th grade assistant principal. This will be my 3rd year at Hornedo.
And I'm Scott Legge. I'm the 8th grade counselor. This will be my 6th year at Hornedo.
This is our dream administrative team. So these are our counselors and our assistant principals. As you can tell, they work in partnerships. They work as a pair. Our 6th grade assistant principal and counselor will be the next year's 7th grade assistant principal and counselor. So each AP and counselor are with a cohort of children, and they will move up with them until they finish high school. Okay, we're recording. Nothing I can do about that. Until they finish middle school, not high school. They're not going to high school with you. So anyway, so that is how we work here at Hornedo. So the majority of our new students are 6th graders, but we do have some new 7th and 8th grade students. So now you've seen the faces of who is our administrative team, and you will not see us as much when we're at home learning, but at school you see us every day. We're in the hallways helping out, we're in the cafeteria, we will be out and about, visible and accessible to our school community. I also want to share with you our nurse. She's not here with us right now, but her name is Ms. Rose Rivera. Her email address is here, and her role will be especially critical this year with all things COVID. So she is ready to help, and she has a big role, especially when we go back to campus. Also, our head office person, secretary, is Mrs. Horn. She is known as the voice of Hornedo. When you hear the calls come in, that is Mrs. Horn. Her email address is also listed here. I went ahead and we listed all of our email addresses. If you want to jot them down or take a screenshot of our email addresses, we are available to you by phone or email. During this time when we're working from home, it is easiest to access us by email. Also, with our teachers, they will be easily accessible via email. So, and you can look up any teacher's email address on our school website or in Schoology or through Parent Portal. So our next slide is talking about staying connected. Even though we're all attending school and working from home and learning from home, It's important that we all stay together and stay connected as one school community. So it's important that you know where our school website is and how to find it. This is our school website. Also, Schoology will be the platform that we use for our students to access their classes. So it's very important that all students practice logging into Schoology before school starts. We'll have a little activity that we will email home before school starts to help our newest tornadoes get acclimated with Schoology. But each of their classes will be accessible via Schoology, and assignments will be there, tasks, things that the teacher needs them to know and do, and also instructions for how they will meet virtually. Also, parents, you may use the parent portal to email teachers and staff and also track grades and your child's attendance. Attendance will be taken even when we're learning from home, so it's important that your children attend school every day. You can also like us on Facebook. Our Facebook for Hornedo is both informative and just a way to showcase all of the good things that are going on at our school. Since we left the building in March, we haven't had a whole lot of photos of celebrations or anything like that because this is just a different, unusual time. But you will be able to see a lot of good information on our Facebook page, so like us there. We also have shown you here what our daily schedule is. This year, we're switching to a 7-period school day, which we will talk about later in more detail in our presentation. But just as an idea of most of you watching this are 6th graders, this is your 6th grade schedule. Depending on the day of the week, the schedule looks a little bit different, and the reason for that is because of the additional advisory class, which we call our SEL class, and that will occur at the end of the day on Mondays and Thursdays. So on Monday and Thursday, each of your 7 classes will be a little bit shorter, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, your classes will be 53 minutes each. And so teachers will be meeting every period with the students during our virtual at-home instruction time. I know there's a lot of questions that parents and students have right now about what that will look like, and please know that everyone is working very hard behind the scenes to get ready for the start of school. So this will be the schedule that we're following, and it will be like a school day for your kids, but just at home.
Okay, Mr. Latimer again. I am the COVID-19 representative on campus, so I'm the first contact for everything COVID. When I'm looking at my screen right now, I'm not seeing myself. Do you guys see me? Like, did I come up? Am I supposed to be?
You. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure while we're doing the run through. So just so you guys know, all courses will begin online on August 17th through at least September 7th. This is, of course, subject to change depending on everything that happens. Whenever anything happens, updates will be sent out. Courses and classes are on Schoology. Assignments will be sent out on Schoology, and you can look at your students or yours, if you are the student, schedule on Schoology for each of your classes. Your teachers will update the information on there pretty regularly, so it's important that you're staying online and staying up with your teachers. The Schoology website, of course, is episd.org/Schoology. To log in, you use your EPISD username, which is your email address, and your EPISD password, which is your birthday. You need 4 numbers for the year, 2 for the month, and 2 for the day. So if you were born on July 1st, 1999, you need to put 199900701. Parent Schoology accounts can be created as well, and then you can access your students' classes. For social emotional learning, this is what Ms. Varela was talking about in the SEL in the advisory period. This is coded as homeroom or advisory on the schedule and in Schoology. It's going to meet Monday and Thursday after 7th period. It is a non-graded course, but attendance is required, and the bell schedule is adjusted on those days. So just make sure that you're following the bell schedule as it's listed for whatever day of the week it is.
Okay. I'm Mrs. Melendez, and again, I'm the 7th grade counselor. I'm going to talk about how middle school is different from elementary. So first of all, you will have different teachers for each class. So everyone will have 7 teachers, and then the additional homeroom teacher or advisory teacher. Hornedo is a very big school. So you will change your classes every period. We have a transition time between classes. It's going to work the same virtually. We offer a variety of clubs, extracurricular activities, and athletics. Clubs are done after school as well as athletics. Students, we have pep rallies and fun dances. These are a lot of fun. You're really going to enjoy that. We have a variety of electives. Most of you have already chosen those. What's nice is you get to choose. Unlike in elementary, you are told what you're going to take. Here you get to choose that. And you get to earn a visa, which stands for a very important student academically. So if you earn those good grades, you are eligible to earn a visa, which is what everyone wants. Okay, so really important to know, most everyone does have a cell phone or some type of electronic device. We do have BYOD, bring your own device. Students may be allowed to use their own electronic device during class for instructional purposes only. Personal use of a cell phone or ear pods is prohibited inside the building. Phones used for personal use will be confiscated and subject to a $15 fine. Only parents can retrieve phones after school on Fridays. This is taken very seriously, so put your phones away, keep them in your backpack until you are given permission to use. No phones inside the building whatsoever. Any forgotten items. If you forget something at home, check between classes or at lunch. In middle school, we ask that you check in the office for your forgotten items. Calling students out of class disrupts class time. Once we return to school, parents, you may come to the office and leave the item there, but the students need to know to come and check at the office. Lockers, students will not be using lockers during this school year, 2021 school year, but lockers will be used 21-22 school year. Attendance and tardies. Whether we are virtual or when we return to school, attendance and tardies are most important. Miss a day, miss a lot. So make sure that you're there every day and logging in during our virtual time. Make sure you get your makeup work. It's your responsibility to do so. Parents, please make sure that you call in absences to the attendance clerk and send any doctor's notes to the office. Tardies are an issue at the very beginning, but they get better. Make sure you go to class right after, in between classes, not strolling around the halls. PE notes go to the PE coach, not to the nurse, unless extra accommodations need to be made for long-term circumstances. The nurse needs updated immunization records as soon as possible or before the start of school. And please contact the nurse for any medical issues, food allergies, medication, or special needs for students.
I'm Mr. Leahy. I'm the 8th grade counselor, and we're going to review the dress code. One of the things for this year that will be different is for the 2020-21 school year, uniforms will be optional, but we do encourage them. The non-uniform guidelines will be followed, and I will review those in another slide. When we do require uniforms, the standard uniform is a solid 3-button polo or a t-shirt with an approved school organization or club. The colors must be navy or ash gray. and undershirts must not be visible, or they must be navy or gray. The bottoms, the type that we use are standard uniform cotton twill pants. Some people call those khaki pants, capri or short skirts or skirts, and they need to be to the knee if you wear a skirt. The color must be navy or khaki. And not allowed are yoga pants, stretch pants, leggings, jeggings, and spandex. No oversized baggy or sagging pants. No faded or frayed edges, tears, or holes on clothing. Jackets, again, this is part of our standard dress code. When we are wearing uniforms, they must be lightweight in solid gray or navy. PTA will sell Hornedo hoodies and jackets. They will also sell some of the other uniform items as well. Accessories must not pose a safety hazard to the student or others or cause a classroom distraction. What we don't allow is extreme makeup, excessive jewelry, earrings longer than 1 inch, gauges or ear spikes, chains, writing on clothing, or studded items. No facial piercing and only ear piercing is allowed. The shoes must be fully cover toes and heels. And what we don't allow are sandals, slippers, anything with an open toe, something that is backless, shower shoes, or flip-flops. And nail color must meet a natural hair color or hue. So the non-uniform guidelines will apply this year. I want you to keep this in mind whether we are doing face-to-face instruction or whether we do virtual instruction. Either one, this still applies. They include any t-shirt, blouse, or polo shirt with sleeves with non-offensive language or logos. The bottoms are knee-length shorts, skirts, skirts, pants, or jeans with no tears or frays. The following items are unacceptable. This applies to both uniform and non-uniform items. Body piercing, exception are the ears, large earrings, unnatural hair color, distracting haircuts, and again, that's an administration decision. Sunglasses that will be inside the building, spandex, spaghetti strap shirts, tank tops or sleeveless tops, pajama wear or slippers, flip-flops or open back shoes, pictures that are lewd, vulgar, offensive, or gang-related, advertiser to depict tobacco products, alcoholic beverages, drugs, or any other substance that's prohibited. And the last unacceptable item are visible tattoos. And for PE, our dress code for this 2021 school year, students will not be suiting out for physical education.
Hi, I'm Shirley Baca. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal. Part of being in middle school and what makes middle school a lot of fun are getting to participate in athletics. Unfortunately, 6th graders cannot participate in athletics. This is only for 7th and 8th grade. But we have a whole variety of things that you can join when you are a 7th and 8th grader as far as sports go. We have football, we have volleyball, we have cross country, we have soccer, we have basketball, baseball, softball, wrestling, track, and cheerleading. Student athletics for the 2020-21 school year will be approved pending permission by UIL and district guidelines. So we are not sure when that will start. We also have lots of clubs that you can join. We have a technology student association, and this is for anybody. So 6th graders, here's where you can join. We have Student Technology Association, we call that TSA, and it is a competitive technology club. They go out and compete against other schools that have a TSA. We have a math club, which we call TMSCA. If you are fast at doing math, you will be good at this. They also go out and compete. Math Rocks. UIL events, we have speech, poetry, spelling. We have plays and we have math. Good at any of these, please join. We have Star Wars Club. This club is very popular and they explore everything Star Wars. Student ambassadors, this is where you have a chance to shine. You can be a leader and you can help us greet visitors and new students and show them around the school. We have a game club where students play each other and they learn different types of games. And we have intramurals. Get ready for 7th grade sports here. 6th graders, you can join, and I believe we have a whole variety of different intramurals that you can join after school. Also, we have a compassion club. This club participates in lessons on values. Together, the club performs acts of service and compassion. NJHS is our National Junior Honor Society. The only way you can get in this club is by having good grades. You can be part of NJHS, and then when you go on to high school, you can be part of their National Honor Society. Again, you must have good grades. Student Council is open to everyone. This is a community service that perform projects for the school and community. They do things like food drives. We do things like collecting school supplies, all those kinds of things for kids that are less fortunate. We have a program called Project Males. It is led by Mr. Leggy, and it is by invitation, and it is for males only. And we also have Youth for Christ. We have a group from Hornedo Baptist Church that comes in and works with you guys in all things Christ. Electives for 6th graders. Every 6th grader will get 2 electives, as well as our 7th and 8th graders. You can choose from art, band, choir, dance, speech, theater, tech apps, and orchestra. By now, you should have chosen your top 2 or your 2 that you would like to have for this year. I highly encourage you, if you have not looked at band and you're interested in trying for band, talk to your counselor and see if you can get into that program.
Hi, this is Miss Otero, and I will be your counselor this year. And as you have heard, we are working with a 7-period day. Some of you have had siblings that have come to Hornedo and they have talked about A day, B day. We don't have that anymore for this year. We will have 7 periods every day. On the 2 days that you have advisory, you'll have 8 periods, but those classes are shortened. The schedules should be visible in Schoology by now. Several of you have already seen them and already requested schedule changes. Parent portal is going to be updated once the district finalizes their grades for the 2020 school year from 2019 to 2020, and they have not done that yet, but it should be done very soon. Electives, we have asked you to pick 3, and several of the electives have been closed at this point because of capacity. So me tries to pick the next best option for you if you've listed. Those schedule changes that you feel like you still need to make need to be done until August 12th. At that time, we will take a break until after school begins, and we will take schedule changes again August 24th to 28th. These schedule changes are only for a request in an elective, and that is if space is permitted. It cannot be for a certain type of teacher or a certain type of period. Those decisions have already been made based on the master schedule. Those students, this is very important to all students who have a pre-AP class on their schedule. Several of you have come to us from different schools. Some of those schools have already put a pre-AP class into your schedule without our knowing. I want to make sure that each of you check your schedules, and if you are in a pre-AP course and did not sign up for it, please request that change immediately. Because once school begins, after August 12th, we will not be exiting pre-AP classes until the semester ends, and that is in December. A traditional curriculum is made up of math, science, English language arts, social studies, PE, and 2 electives. That is what everyone takes at Hornedo. In addition, you can substitute a traditional course with a pre-AP course such as pre-AP math, pre-AP science, pre-AP ELAR, and pre-AP social studies. You can choose one, all, or just none. This class, all pre-AP classes are open to everyone, not just GT students. GT students have had to go through a district test, and you can still test to be a GT student, but right now we do not have those dates available until the district gives those to us. Either way, you have the option to take those pre-AP classes as I described earlier. You do not have to be a GT student to get into these classes. However, if you wish to be coded as a GT student, we notify us, and then we can pass that information on to the testing department to set you up for a test when they start doing testing again. We have a dual language curriculum and program at Hornedo Middle School. Everyone who has come to Hornedo from EPISD and has gone through the program through elementary, you will be coming to us with a Spanish 1 credit this year. In dual language, we have dual language math, dual language science, and dual language social studies. You still have a PE class and 1 elective of your choice. The other elective choice for you is the Discovering Languages and Cultures elective. That is a mandatory elective for any student who decides to be in the dual language program. If you are a GT student or you have decided you would like to take a pre-AP class, you do have some options. You first can take your traditional English language arts reading class, or you can sign up for the pre-AP English language arts reading class. That is up to you. Everyone, dual language or non-dual language, has to have an ELAR class. After that, if you are in the dual language program, you must have 2 out of the 3 subjects in dual language. So you are able, if you wish, to choose from pre-AP science or pre-AP social studies or pre-AP math. You can choose one of those subjects in addition to the ELAR class.
Good
now
afternoon.
I'm going to let Mr. Gailey finish us up with behavior expectations.
Hello, my name is Mr. Gailey. I have the fun job of being the assistant principal. Here at Hornedo, we do have very high expectations for all of our students. We have school-wide discipline expectations. Our biggest one is to keep your hands and feet to yourselves and be kind to others. We do use PBIS, which is Positive Behavioral Intervention and Supports. Our whole purpose is to maintain safe, supporting learning environment. We want all students to feel safe, welcome, and secure while on campus, either hybrid, virtual, or face-to-face. Our behavior expectations begin now. Please be mindful of your actions and your behavior now over the summer, especially with your social media and your online etiquette. A lot of times throughout this school year, you're going to hear a lot about David's Law. David's Law is the law over covering social media and the responsibilities that the schools and the school districts have to prevent cyberbullying going on and occurring. Online class expectations are to be present with your cameras on. You're to be engaged, participating in class, and be dressed. Pajamas are not allowed with online classes. Drop off and pickup, we will cover this further in detail when we get the clear to go ahead and go back to the building. However, just a couple basic reminders is school begins at 7:45 and the first bell rings to go to class at 7:38. You need to use the loop at the front of the school for drop off and pickup, and arrive after 7 a.m. At anytime before 7 a.m., no one's really at the building. Teachers are barely starting to arrive. We don't want students there unsupervised. The first week is not the normal. Please be patient. And that especially goes with getting into online courses as well as returning to the building once we get that clear ahead. There will be traffic. There may be frustration with getting into Schoology that first week. Please be patient. We're here to help you and support you. Just a reminder, the employee in the bus entrance, which is on the side of the building by the cafeteria, that is not a drop-off. You need to use a drop-off in the front of the building. Bus routes will be published once completed by transportation. And remember, transfer students do not qualify for bus transportation. You must have an Hornedo address that's more than 2 miles away from the school to qualify for transportation. And like I had mentioned earlier, additional details will be provided as we get the clear ahead to go back to campus. The most important part is laptop distribution and parent survey. We have already planned for our laptop distribution. That day will be August 12th, 2020. If your last name is A through I, you will be able to come from 9 to 10 a.m. to pick up your device, J through R, 10 to 11, and S through Z, 11 to noon. A real important note is if you enrolled your child after July 27th, you will not be able to pick up your device at this time. What we have done is as students have enrolled after July 27th, we put in a work order with technology services to prepare those laptops for you, and we will contact you or they will contact you once your device is ready to be picked up. If you're not able to make it on August 12th, we will have a makeup day, August 14th, from 9 to 11, where you'll be able to come and pick up your child's device if you can't make it on the 12th. A very big important piece also to remember is EPISD is collecting information on how students will be returning to the building. If you have not already, please complete the reopening survey at episd.org/reopening plan. If you have, thank you very much. It is helping us balance courses and areas. EPISD has published a frequently asked questions page that you can find on the district website that has all things questions related to COVID. A lot of times you have a question that is a very common question. Often it has been answered. If you have Hornedo specific questions, we went ahead and made a link where you can send in the questions to create that discussion with us and the office staff. What we will do is if you submit a question through that link, we will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And once we do have about a week to 2 weeks of questions coming in, we will publish a frequently asked questions page on our website as well as our Facebook page. To ask a question, you just go simply to the tinyurl.com/Y2S5NCAX. If you want to go ahead and take a screenshot of that, go ahead. And we welcome you to Hornedo. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Varela.
All right, well, thank you all so much for your attention. We can't tell if you're paying attention or not because you're at home, but we hope that this presentation was informative for you. We hope that it eased a little bit of nervousness about starting school. I'm excited for you all to meet your teachers very soon and to get into your classes and meet your classmates. I know especially for incoming sixth graders, a lot of times you're wondering, will I know anybody? Will I see anybody from my old school in my classes? And you will. You'll see some familiar faces, and you'll also meet a lot of new friends and have some new faces. And so it's an exciting time, a different time, because we're starting virtually together, at least until September 7th. And that date may get pushed out. We don't know, and we don't have any control over that. So all we can do is work with what we have, which is wonderful technology and wonderful teachers that will help us learn what we need to learn, because school is very important. And so we want you to attend every day. Our teachers are working very hard to make good, engaging lessons for you for this school year. And so I'm looking forward to all of you having a great start to middle school and a good year. And please know, parents, I know a lot of you have COVID-related questions. That wasn't necessarily the purpose of today's presentation, but as we get closer to returning to the school buildings, where some students will be doing EPISD at home, others will be hybrid, some may be attending daily face-to-face. When we get closer to that point in time, we will prepare another presentation that we will be sharing with the entire school so that we can answer questions about what will it look like at school, and which direction do I walk in the hallway? Do I need to take my temperature as I walk in? The answer is yes, but we have a big plan that we'll be sharing with you all, but that's not necessarily what we need to go over now, because what we have right in front of us is a virtual back to school, which is coming soon. So we wish you a wonderful year, and we're here to help you.